9 in red, the best player in the state of Delaware. Bryn Evans stings it left-handed. He's headed to Harvard out of St. Ignatius in the Mill Valley, California.
What do we got here? Taking Sellies to another level here, the team celebration.
Well, the first goals historically have been epic in terms of celebration. I'm going to give that like a C-.
Yeah, I'm not loving that one. When you look at Evans here, big frame, can shoot on the run. His feet never break stride, too. That's what the big boys up in the midfield.
Physical mismatch.
No doubt against Matt Licciardi.
Teams that these kids are going to. 21 different teams. Notre Dame's got the most.
5, right?
5 going to Notre Dame. 6 Canadians out of the 44. Utah and Delaware represented. Nice feed in front. Good look. Trippy did the hard work.
Sebald enters his freshman year at Syracuse, where they need some firepower. Offensively, they lose Sergio Salcido, Nick Mariano from the midfield, but in 2017, 2018, you can
more. So a little nerves now, a little opportunity to run. Nanticoke from 15. Nice pass down low and the easy finish. Ryan Lanchberry, who's headed to Richmond. First Under Armour All-American in Richmond in Dan Chamati's history.
He will not be the last. Chamati's doing an incredible job recruiting. But what goes kind of under the radar is Tahoga Nanticoke's vision and his patience. If you watch him on tape, this kid's head is always...
Player number 200. And those 2 guys you mentioned for Richmond didn't play this game.
You're right.
Dylan Malloy was not in this game. Sergio Perkovic, not in this game. So I know those guys are watching this game right now. Guys 45 through 200.
Absolutely.
You're right there.
That's an outstanding point.
And an outstanding goal from Lucas Quinn.
Lucas Quinn is one of those top 10 players. I think to lose your angle. But he's fighting to get to the middle of the field. He's getting the defense to bite.
There's an outside rip from Matt Moore, headed to Virginia, the number 3 rated recruit in the entire country.
If you're watching this game, someone tries to tell you 7th grade is too late, tell them to beat it.
Jackson Reed going to Ohio State, wears 14 in blue. Box skill and a Mac O'Keefe-like delivery on cue.
Urso being your high school coach. 1975 national champ at Maryland, 4-time first-team All-American. He knows a thing or two of the midfield position. What Moore does an exceptional job with that shot is that
he looked good in practice yesterday. Here's Fowler. He's 0 for 2.
He wants it. He wants it for Booker.
He's 0 for 2. Trippy with the garbage goal, and he's going to take out a Sharpie and sign that one, I believe.
Kind of cool, but didn't T.O. do that?
That was like 80s, right?
Yeah, it's kind of, come on, man. I want to see something fresh. Give me something where I say, wow, that is original.
I would not have been as nice as Drew Morris and as sportsman.
Hand it to her.
Of all goals to sign, please.
An empty netter.
Come on.
Yeah.
Don't demean the game, Alex. Give me a break. It was an empty netter.
What'd you think of my celebration?
This is the Brown's got 2 players, Adrian Enchill and Caputo. That's their 5th and 6th. As Nanticoke goes right down Charles Street. Oh, baby. You got to take the body on this big man.
Yeah, good luck taking the body on him. Wrong dude, Tahoga Nanticoke. You're going to see a lot of that, man. When he goes to Albany with Scott Marr's offense, I mentioned it in the open. You have Connor Fields, who was basically went way too east-west with that dodge. He was fading away.
Now you're playing against capable defenders who are going to push you to places you don't want to go. Bubba Fairman, Utah via Deerfield, and the PG left-handed. Turns the corner, takes the extra step to greatness. That's why he's the #1 recruit in the country.
Sick is this, man. This kid is from Utah. If you told me 10 years ago that the #1 recruit in high school lacrosse going to the national
youth league teams,
Joe
classic.
I'm sure he knows what the mom does, if she's a spin instructor or.
Nice look inside. Oh, Oh, Michael Drake with the assist.
That's a beautiful pass.
Harry Welford bags the goal. He's headed to Virginia. I Nike's event in Portland.
Oh, that's a shake. That's beautiful.
He
This
can
kid
separate.
This kid Drake learned to ride a bike when he was 18 months old. You see the coordination?
Come on.
Yes. 18 months old, he was on a bicycle.
Nasty change of direction.
Yeah. Look at the
Basketball,
balance there.
good basketball player. He's a high school quarterback.
What's that
he's-
celebration?
Oh, that's a three-sport athlete from Delaware. He's
that?
going to Notre Dame. 50 assists.
He did the dab there, but Joe Bresci did that last year. That kid is a tremendous athlete, too. Trained so hard. His dad, Joe's a good friend of mine. But Connor just always in the weight room, always speed, strength, and conditioning. Wow.
Ryan O'Connell, left-handed, the Carolina product. He's going to play for Joe Bresci in the Tar Heels. He's out of Connecticut.
Fall season school record for interceptions. But that's what I'm looking for from a midfielder. When you're a Dodger, you shoot on the run. Look at the release, too. I love that release. He's got the stick way back.
Not so good. Again, this is a showcase. It's an all-star game. He's the type of guy, I believe that Dahoga Nanticoke, if tomorrow night there's an NLL game in town, you could dress him and suit him up with the pros.
6'1", 220.
And no one would notice. No one would notice that he's a high school kid. Giveaway.
Now he's got it.
10 minutes to go, second quarter. Quinn Kesnick, Paul Carcaterra. 12th annual Under Armour All-America Lacrosse game. No way. Nanticoke getting through. Easy assist. How about that play, folks?
Hey, now.
You said 50 goals. I'm saying 80 points because he can pass. I was most
I'll
impressed.
Take 50 and 30.
I was most
got the build more like Miles Thompson.
Cody Jamieson.
Yeah, but the
taller,
vision
though,
of
too.
Lyle. This kid is just so money. I can't wait.
Caputo. It's going to Brown inbounds. Haven't seen too much transition in this game.
No, we really haven't.
Nice feed in front, and Licciardi scores. He's going to Cornell. They finished 5 with a nice win over Princeton, and Jeff Teet's coming back.
Yeah, Jeff Teet, along with Michael Sowers from Princeton, just elevated that attack position for the next few years in the Ivy League. Ben Reeves holds that mantle now, but those guys aren't.
Ohio State and Nick Myers got quite a Canadian pipeline. Nice looking goal off the end line. That's Nate Buller heading to Navy. Lefty out of Landon, played for Rob Boardley. Spent some time in Jamaica with Fields of Growth as well. This is borderline. I like it.
I like that. I'll take that. I like that.
Never seen that one.
That's cool.
We're gonna give an A for creative.
Right away. I'm saying this about a lot of these cats, but Navy has a need at attack. They need some scoring punch. And Buller, as you mentioned too, spent some time with Fields of Growth in Jamaica. I was down there a couple summers ago, and that is tremendous work, spending some time down there. And
didn't know where that was going, Paul.
Yeah, I didn't know where it was either, but kudos to Buller. Sometimes the days are a little slow, but the years fly.
Looking at the alums of this game,
yeah.
It was eye-opening. Nice snipe shot from a severe angle for Connor DeSimone, who's got the hat trick.
I mentioned he played a lot of attack too his last 2 seasons, so he's really comfortable around that goal line extended area. I don't know, based on what Hopkins has and needs, where do you see him next year?
It's an offense that'll come in handy. I mean,
yeah.
He'll create matchups and he'll be able to operate wherever. So I think that's a real positive for him individually, that he got to play 2 years of midfield and then 2 years of attack. Wow, what a look and finish. Are you kidding me? Chris Gray heading to Boston U. First the assist, and then that wicked no-look backhand shot. Followed by...
What is this, ring around the rosy? Duck, duck, goose?
Romper room.
It's duck, duck, goose. Got my nursery school games mixed up. It's duck, duck, goose. This is instincts. Feel. Bam. Wow. Had some velocity on it, too.
Oh, yeah. He's the first Under Armour All-American to play for Boston University. Head coach Ryan Polley coming off a 12-5 season. including wins
Growth
over
of the game, the 21 schools, that's
a lot.
That's a
44
lot.
kids going to 21 different schools.
That's a lot.
Spread out. Wow, another sizzler over the shoulder. Jackson Reed heading to Ohio State. Talked about his skill earlier. Mac O'Keefe obviously coming off a great freshman season at Penn State.
Hey, lefty. Trey LeClaire, righty. You like the balance there? You like that balance, right? With Trey LeClaire, Jackson Reed, having those two created runs, prevented runs.
Good news is Ryan Terafenko, he'll rehab his knee. He's going to be a great player for 3 more years. Nice looking goal there.
That's Avanzato.
Avanzato has really perked up here. Sachem North, nearly 50 goals and 50 assists.
Played 3 high school sports and then club soccer, I believe.
5-hole, backhanded between the wickets. He's heading to Maryland, the first Sachem player since Mike Mollett. This kid, he's kind of a slick guy. Come on, go over, find the trainer. Stop, do it the right way. Love that kid. 10 seconds. DeSimone, great look far side. Bang! Colby Barker finds net, but that look, the clock awareness.
From a polished skill, plus minus type offensive game.
Well,
yeah,
he's really been very good. I thought he was going to get overpowered.
He turns the corner more than I thought he would.
Adrian Encho, 12 and blue, has been fantastic off the wing of the faceoffs. 12 and blues going to Brown next year. He'll play for Mike Daly. It's a good transition goal, and here comes the comeback for the South team in red, headed to Navy.
Don't tell him he's just a face-off guy.
I like this kid. Well, he used to play attack.
Yeah. So that just gives you another dimension off of slow breaks like this. You know, a lot of face-off guys are dying to get them.
Hand placement, my first day of practice at Johns
okay with that?
University. No, I went back to the dorm, basically called my brother and said I quit and I want to transfer. And they knew what they were doing. So I think if he has success initially, you don't change it. But it's so different and you know, the margin for error is shrinks in college, and that's a good looking shot by Lucas Quinn. He can play.
Yeah, Lucas Quinn's going to play right away. Tewaaraton finalist 2 years in a row. Cellular, molecular, and developmental biology. What's that?
10 of 11 top scorers return, bringing in this Under Armour All-American defender.
Whoa, just trucked him.
Wow, look at the power, the strength, the perseverance at Siebold. You know, it wasn't a thing of beauty, but this kid is focused.
He's long. He's got a little bit of a meathead dodge there, too, just trucking dudes, and then shows you some creativity with that backhand. Marquette,
do you know what that's like to be a member of that team?
That's amazing.
To go, like, win 2 games and then to make a playoffs, like, that experience will carry over in their lives.
And think about it this way, too. Every time, you know, Marquette, whoa, nice move. We'll get to that Marquette.
Alex Trippy.
Story in a sec. Trippy off to Carolina. Google Alex Trippy lacrosse goal, and you see his quickness.
All-time points leader at Bullis, the number 7 recruit in the country, as you said, a Carolina Tar Heel, where next year he'll get to play alongside Tim Kelly, Andy Matthews, and Mr. Poutine, Chris Cloutier. Here's your ball. But now runs away from pressure from Carson Cochran, the big defender heading to Notre Dame.
Oh, nice.
Dive shot.
I like
nice,
that.
Aggressive move by Chris Gray.
Really like that. This is what, see the catch? Boom. Sells the defender upfield with just a little fake pass back. Boom, right there. And then attacks that inside shoulder of the defender, and bye-bye. 10 years ago, so now sitting at 2017. How has this event evolved?
Well, that's a great question. And originally,
Connor Marin headed to Notre Dame out of Jersey, scores. He put up
Connor Morin, who I think day one will be a starting attackman for Kevin Corrigan because of his versatility. The 70 goals, he also had 70+ assists. Lee, we see guys like Morin from the state of Jersey, Bubba Fairman, But if you were to look back, say, 10 years ago, where
That's because the Corrigan sports team puts in the work and they get it all done and get it all set up.
No doubt. I'm watching the West today. Wow, that's a nice rip. That's Lucas Quinn again. Quint, that kid, day one, steps on the field at Cuse. Mariano gone, Salcido gone.
Hey, why don't we just give him the number 22?
I think you shelf it. You let someone earn it. You give it to one of the best upperclassmen. It's too much pressure now. With today's day and age, with social media,
Working those trials hard.
no, when you talk to kids, that's top line on their agenda. You know, these kids that are entering their senior year. Wow, that's the
Danico
man.
from Jackson Reed, but it's 7 and Blues showcased his skills. He's heading to Albany. He plays for the Six Nations Arrows in the Minto Cup this summer, and he's out of IMG in Florida. But you said 50 goals, I said 80 points.
Yeah, 50 goals. We saw the passing too.
Yikes, look at that. That's a Sports Center top 10 highlight right there.
Is ready.
He's a man
for
playing
Scott
amongst
Marr's
boys.
offense.
6'1", 222.
You put him on the right side. You have Connor Fields, first-team All-American, led the nation in points in 2016. Good luck stopping those two cats.
That's going to be a lot of fun
He's
to watch.
got the body of Matt Rambo, and he's got the skill set of a Lyle or Miles Thompson.
Yeah, and the passing too. These, you see the goals, but it's the vision of this kid. The celebrations. What do you think, Lee?
I mean, that's something that's off the charts.
Lee Corrigan, thank you. We're back with the final 5 minutes of this Under Armour All-America Lacrosse.
I'm going to beat him up. I'm going to hack him up.
They
Good
use
luck.
that to your advantage. Alex Trippi has played well. He draws a foul, feeds down low. Good look and a finish by Matt Moore. He looks to me like a guy who could make a living as a step-down shooter at Virginia. I just like his, and he's got a strong career up ahead. But Matt Moore, probably maybe a little more of a split dodger. Guy with nice range, though. He shoots it so well, and he kind of glides in the open field. Number 3 recruit in the inside lacrosse. Number 1 recruiting class in the country is Notre Dame and head coach Kevin Corrigan. Good news in South Bend this week because that ball gets deflected and then trickles in, kind of a garbage goal. Right?
Like he was headed out of there, right?
Yeah, but I think when it came down to it, if he was going to transfer to Virginia, he had to sit out a year and then he was going to lose a year.
Yeah.
So what are his options if the ACC teams are off the table? Probably can't transfer to Ivy, so then you're just looking at Big Ten schools. And honestly, the Notre Dame education is fantastic. We got a Jack Pizzula, the Shockies face-off dominance now has led to Penn State's returns a lot of talent as well.
Little midfield losses, and I think Aponte as Morin scores his 4th. He's got 4 goals in this 3rd quarter, and when it's an all-star game, this is a funky spot for it too, because you actually have more angle with your right hand.
He caught me off guard with the behind the back.